A very popular character in the Fortnite storyline and the whole entire Fortnite game itself is Midas. Yep, the rich mastermind with the golden touch who built the agency. And actually, a fun fact is that soon Midas will be turning 4 years old. Not in the storyline, of course, but the February the 20th remarks the 4th birthday for Chapter 2 Season 2. So time really does fly by, but that's not what I'm exactly talking about in this video. You see, there's been a lot of discussion lately about Midas possibly returning next season. And well, in today's video, I am going to discuss whether this is true or not. And I will also be discussing the theories around this as well. But that's enough said, let's get into today's discussion video. Okay, so now when I mean by returning, I mean fully returning to the storyline. Like, not returning as a new snapshot / variant, no. Fully being involved in the storyline again. And well, that's what most people believe is gonna happen in Season 2, with Midas making a full return to the storyline. Let's go back to December, where we first dropped into Chapter 5. When looking around the island, we did find a lot of Easter eggs that did represent old characters. For example, there were a few for Kato Fawn, a few to represent the Ageless, a few to represent Eevee and Thunder, well, the overall Peace Syndicate. There's quite a few Easter eggs on Helios. But there's also a few Easter eggs on the island that represent Chapter 2 Season 2 and Midas. For example, in the Grand Glacier, you can see the exact same agency doors that appeared in the Chapter 2 Season 2 trailer, and also next to the actual island of Helios itself, there's this mini island, and well, on it, there are so many agency related props. But that's not the only big clue. Players were kind of surprised to see that the yacht is actually back in Chapter 5. And of course, I am talking about the same yacht from Chapter 2 Season 2, but this time it's a different color. It's actually black instead of white now. And this is because of the society taking over it. But it is literally the exact same yacht. Like, the inside and the interior are the exact same. And instead of this yacht being called the yacht, it's actually called the Marigold now. Which, if you did not know, that is Midas's daughter and not his wife. Now, unlike the top floor of the yacht, there is a computer. And on the screen of this computer is a passcode page, with there already been put 2 passcodes. One passcode has 5 digits and one has 8. Now, everyone thinks that the passcode with 5 digits is Midas. But you see, the second passcode with the 8 digits, well, that's quite a hard one to figure out. Some people are saying that it is Marigold, Midas's daughter, also the name of the yacht. But overall, we just don't know what these passcodes could be, because it's not even confirmed that the 5-digit one is Midas. Because maybe it could be Oscar, we don't know. And maybe the 8-digit one could be Montague. And well, this is because right now the yacht is now taken over by the society, so it would also make sense to be Oscar and Montague. Now, this isn't really a video about the society, this is a video about Midas. But you see, the society's founder, Montague, well, there are a lot of theories about him that involve Midas very heavily. The most common one is that Midas and Montague are related. And well, people are thinking this because of their similarities. They both have some sort of power of royalty. For example, Montague has power of diamond manipulation, in which he can control and create diamonds. And while Midas has the power / curse of the golden touch, meaning whatever he touches turns to gold. They both have a scar on their left eye, and while these two really do share some more other similar details, in which these similar details cause theories about Midas and Montague possibly being related. Probably the most popular one was that Midas and Montague are actually brothers, in which this would actually tie into the codename of next season, which is Iyenga, which actually means family. But I was never really sure about Midas and Montague Montague being brothers. Because we know for a fact that Montague is French, and Midas is very most likely English, so maybe they're stepbrothers? Well, we don't know. Midas's nationality hasn't been fully revealed yet. So currently, it is not confirmed whether Midas is related to Montague or not. But I do find their similarities really interesting, I'm not gonna lie. Like with their powers, their scars, their weapons, I just think it's somewhat kind of interesting. And especially with the computer as well, like this could be Oscar Montague or Midas Marigold, but there's a chance that we might never find out. Now moving on from Montague and all the society stuff, we gotta actually talk about the main question to do with this video. Will Midas actually return next season? Now a simple answer to that is we just don't know. Like so many people have been saying, ooh, Midas is gonna return next season, and well, it's just really not confirmed. And well, it's really not the first time all this stuff has happened. There has been so many seasons in the past where people have said, oh, Midas is going to return. A perfect example for this is Last Resort, also known as Chapter 4 Season 4, which was a season mainly focused on heists. Like, there were so many things in that season that were in Chapter 2 Season 2. For example, vaults, mythics, cameras, guards, turrets, and many other things. Now, in fact, Midas was a tiny bit related to the Chapter 4 Season 4 storyline, because in Kado's Stolen Artifact collection, you could see Midas's Golden Touch hand, in which this must mean that Kado did go back in time and cut off Midas's hand, and then he took it back and put it in his collection. Now, some of you are probably like, ooh, this means that Midas has now got one hand, in which this could be true, but there are probably a load of alternate versions of Midas in some other realities out there. So we don't know if it was our specific Midas who got their hand chopped off. And also, you all remember the Fracture event? Well, we all thought that Midas would be a part of this event for pretty fair reasons. One, the Paradigm mentioned the Loop Breaker project, in which obviously this had something to do with Midas, but like, we never really found out what it was. And two, at the time, there was a leaked spray where Midas's golden hand is getting taken over by Chrome. But in the end, this was for nothing, as Midas did not appear in the Fracture event. There was a scrapped version of the Fracture event where Midas did appear, but this was scrapped, so we didn't get Midas in the end. So, to conclude everything, we haven't seen Midas in the storyline for way over 3 years now. But what about next season? Like, are we gonna see him next season? Well, again, we don't know. It sucks. It really does suck saying we don't know, but it is true. Like, I guess with all this Montague and society stuff somewhat relating to Midas in a way could reveal to something. And also remember, next season is gonna be heavily based off of Greek mythology, at least most likely, and well, hey, Midas is a character in Greek mythology. But we don't know if Epic are gonna decide to add someone like Zeus or Medusa or any other Greek mythological character. But with Midas literally being the first ever character to represent someone in Greek mythology, yeah, I definitely would not be surprised to see him next season. And again, we do see him every now and then in different variants, but like, when are we actually gonna see him in the storyline again? And honestly, I believe next season could be an amazing chance for us to see Midas again, as so far in this chapter he's kind of been teased, and two, remember, he is a figure in Greek mythology, and next season is most likely going to be about Greek mythology. So again, to the answer to the question, will Midas officially return next season? We don't know, but there is a chance. We just need like a few more details about next season, and we can finally depict what's going to happen and who's going to be involved in it. And while we do have our final update of Season 1 tomorrow, so maybe we can find out a few details then, but for now, we just have to wait and see. So for the last time, just so you can avoid yourself from clickbait, it's not officially confirmed whether Midas is gonna return next season or not. But if you want my overall thoughts on this, I think that there is maybe a chance that he could return next season, but If not, then I definitely would not be surprised. But what do you guys think about Midas possibly returning next season? Well, let me know down in the comments. I would love to hear what you guys say. But yeah, anyway, that is it for today's video. I'm sorry it was quite a wait. It's just the storyline has been very dry lately. And I hope you guys did all enjoy and understand today's discussion video, and more will be coming soon as we are now in our final weeks of Chapter 5 Season 1. And again, the final update of this season will be coming out tomorrow, so that is very exciting. But yeah guys, I hope you have a great rest of your day / night, and well, I'll see you all in my next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and also join the Discord server, link in description. But yeah, I'll see you all later. Goodbye.